Like, the American foreign policy does not operate in this democratic manner.
We have a Secretary of War that has Crusader tattoos. He says, fuck around and find out. And they're bombing people. And yeah, it's going to happen, guys. Sorry to say. Until they're all gone? Absolutely. I think that a lot of people... I think that the peacetime that we've experienced for such a long time has really kind of made people soft to the
Dude never leaves his house. He is literally talking about those who are significantly less fortunate than him going out and dying for Israel. Okay? He is trying to package this as like, oh, we were just a soft nation. Now we're a hard nation. Okay, you go to the fucking front lines then. Draft Asmongold. Send Asmongold to the front lines. What the fuck do you mean we're a soft nation? You would perish if you didn't get your fucking Dr. Pepper and chicken nuggets one day. And you're over here talking about we're a soft nation. We're going to be hard again.
Of just mass killing people. It works amazingly well. Trust me. If you look at the history books, you will see that mass killing people works really, really fucking well. Every single time it's worked. So every page, every chapter, every story is based off of that every single time. And again, this is not an alternative that you can have peace to. This is an alternative that you can have a perpetual ongoing war that costs the lives of thousands of people, or you can for once put a stop to it, or at least try to put a stop to it and improve things. That's it.
Dude, it's getting increasingly harder, in my opinion, to do this kind of like Israel first propaganda, but from an American first perspective. He's trying. He's still trying his best.
You can't say you can't say the truth like that, bro. Yeah, you can't say that, guys. That's it. And that's not going to crash out over this one. No, I'm telling you, it didn't work for Hitler. My grandpa wiped out 500 Nazis. Well, yeah, because the entire world, like, turned against them and he totally fucked up. Like, that's the reason why. And Hitler also did take over a lot of Europe. Like, what are you talking about?
Wait,
Hitler
what?
was massively powerful, and it took the entire world turning against him to stop that, and then him going to fucking Russia and then killing his army in the fucking Russian winter. Like, what are we talking about?
Is there any way to read this other than pro-Hitler? I'm a little bit confused.
Some dumbass argument. If you kill your enemy's moral spawn, Naruto brains need to be banned. Yeah, I know. But you'll see what happens. You will.
He's on the side of modern day Hitler, which is Israel, while simultaneously also on the side of old Hitler, Adolf Hitler. Very cool. Pro-Hitler, Nazi gold, and Twitch has yet to take action. At least he's consistent about his love of Hitler. Yeah, he hasn't left his house in years. What a weak indoors man, proper incel. I know, but there are a lot of people in his audience. Well, the non-bots, basically. There are a lot of Euroids in his audience who also never leave their homes and think that when America is force projecting like this, that somehow makes them powerful as well. Juicer rationalized war with Iran.
Chat, when you are a world superpower and you're a world leader, there has to be a degree of intervention that you have to have, because who the fuck else is gonna do what? Bruh. That is my take. At least to some degree, to some areas in the world, superpowers owe it to the world, because it's in my opinion that to become a superpower, you have to fuck a lot of people over. And fair enough, whatever. I guess that's the way of the world, right? Then you have to help people that need the help with the power that you've gained from fucking people over. It's at the very least, man.
Tremendously happy this has happened. I know that, you know, obviously I've talked about it for a long time, about how big of a problem.
It's so funny that xQc still tries to do any sort of political commentary when his legion of 14-year-old fans will actively dunk on him and win. Every time he opens his mouth about politics, his entire audience is literally like, isn't that terrorism? War defender, loving war. His legion of like 14-year-old fans will just actively cook his ass. Every time.
Iran in.
Then why do you think the fucking US has a bunch of fucking military bases in a bunch of other places? Why do you think they yeah, there's a lot of self-interest, right? But also at the same time, they kind of just have to. They're a superpower. Otherwise, if they weren't holding it down, then other people would invade everybody.
He's saying might is right, but using all the Pepegan language. He's stretching the Quebecois accent to its limits while basically saying might is right, might is right, might is right. That's it. America gets to do it because it has it. Someone's got to do it. Oh, hell nah. He's losing the apolitical motherfuckers. You can never lose the apolitical motherfuckers. Have to?
And do a bunch of bullshit then. Of course they have to.
L take. So you're okay with China invading America to remove Trump?
Another El Hassan.
Well, I know that you guys is geopolitics.
Another El Hassan is on so many politicians to either debate them or promote them. Bro, your biggest debate flex is your divorce in H3. You hate Hassan. Shocker.
You guys is geopolitics. My geopolitics are dog shit. I actually don't even know that much. I know for a fact that
so Hassan is a right-hard superhuman.
If USA was fucking nowhere doing fucking nothing, how many wars do you think would fucking sprout out of fucking nowhere? People would invade and do the wildest shit. Of course. And yes, that's self-fulfilling. It's self-serving in a certain way, but it also helps though. Like how could you not understand this?
Sometimes you say Twitch streamer watching previously mentioned Twitch streamer fan page clipping a Twitch streamer. Sometimes it's nice for you guys to get a peek behind the curtain and understand that like the overwhelming majority of people that you encounter on the internet are unironically, sincerely getting their fucking notes from guys like this. Lucky for us, even his audience is like, dude, shut the fuck up. But I need you to understand, if you're wondering like how you have encountered a take so unimaginably stupid, right? You're like, how did someone arrive at this conclusion on the internet, right? 90% of content creators that offer any fucking opinions on shit like this are basically, they're operating with this level of knowledge. You're like MAGA cuck lib, all of the wrong takes. You're dumb, but why do we care? Never seen China building military bases around the globe like the US. It's so funny because, like, I suspect that at this point he has probably purged his community of all, like, the fucking normal-brained, like, liberals and stuff like that. And even, like, the apolitical audience that he has remains, or, like, even the somewhat right-wing adjacent audience that he has is like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Between XQ and Asmongold, these streamers represent the absolute worst society has to offer. The Trump administration has put next to no effort into manufacturing consent for what is blatantly disastrous and horribly unpopular war, yet these two streamers support it just because. Thanks to you, I know 3 things about this guy. Eats toenails, is wrong, Quebecois. It doesn't have to be this way, by the way. It literally does not have to be this way. It straight up does not have to be this way. There's a better way out there. There's a better world out there where xQc didn't become this fucking demon. But, of course, you know, he took the kickback initially and everything else fell by the wayside. If Asmongold isn't banned for this Nazi screed, I'm not spending money on Twitch ever again. It's absurd that a platform would allow this kind of rhetoric to go unchecked. I mean, I don't think there's going to be enough fucking mobilization behind this kind of stuff. Twitch is terrified. No, how are you going to play Hasan, who platforms terrorists? I'm not subscribed to Hasan and haven't been for a long time, lol. He's not going to get banned. Let's be real. And he gets mad when people point out his collab with Trump while he defends Trump in Israel. Yeah, he does get mad about the Trump thing. I've seen that when people keep people keep going, shut the fuck up. Last time you delivered a political take, you actively helped Trump win the election in America. And he's like, oh, I'm Canadian. Bitch, that makes it worse. That literally makes it worse because at least you can like escape to Canada, which ironically enough, Trump is such a demonic entity that like this actually harms regular Canadian existence as well for a multitude of reasons. Number one, when America sneezes, Canada catches a cold. Obviously, it's unfortunately in our ass cheeks. So clearly we are making decisions that will impact Canadian lives as well. But Trump is also unique in the sense that he's literally talked about annexing Canada. It's crazy. Yeah, this was the one. He said, xQc claps back after constant backlash for supporting Donald Trump during the 2024 election. You caught me, he says.
This is Jet. All you guys saying that I wanted this, I wanted none of this. All you guys saying I wanted this, right now, I wanted none of this. Nah, man. Now we're going to war with Iran? Nah, man. I didn't vote for none of this.
You caught me. You caught me. I went to the booth and I voted Trump. Of course, of course I did. Dude, I had to. Of course, with my American citizenship. Of course, classic. Of course I did. Of course, I can't even fucking vote. I'm Canadian, you fucking moron. But I could have just went to LA because I can vote when I voted ID. I voted 12 times.
Oh my God. I didn't even realize he then also follows along with a right-wing conspiracy about illegals voting. How? Where do you get these talking points from? This dude used to be a libtard, man. Not only does this not make any logical sense, it's worse that you're Canadian and you helped Trump get elected, okay? Like, that doesn't take away from the impact. It makes it worse. But then he also packaged this fucking content with, he packaged his commentary with a right-wing conspiracy that illegals are voting.
In a fucking LA County. I don't give a shit. Fuck it. I voted 130 times. I don't care. I voted 54,000 times.
Dick riding across the border. Yeah, this isn't the flex he thinks it is. The fact that he couldn't vote makes it much weirder that he was publicly dick riding the guy for almost 2 years to his 70K CCV as a Canadian. Okay, he didn't have 70K CCV. Confirmed imagery shows Iran hit the $1 billion radar. Yeah, I know. I covered it earlier. Oh, my Lord. What these guys are doing is fucking crazy. How are the Americans reacting to the 6 killed soldiers? Some are mad, but they haven't really. There hasn't been like a serious opposition that's mounted thus far. There's not like a lot of. There's not a lot of protests or anything like that. There's some here and there, but overall, when it comes to like just expendable soldiers, Americans have grown used to soldiers dying. I mean, think about the global war on terror. Like 6 is not going to cut it. I think it will take a far larger or like some kind of symbolic casualty that would cause Americans to really kick it into high gear and start protesting. Because the reality is, he defended you against a fake socialist charge because of your Dolce & Gabbana chair. Oh, I saw this. Yeah, this was funny. Yeah. Performative socialist HasanAbi has decided to spend his millions of dollars on Dolce & Gabbana gaming chairs rather than helping Palestinian refugees. And then he said, I would dogpile on the shitpost low-key, but D&G have been tapped in for years and they keep close relations with some streamers. I'd say with almost absolute certainty they sent him that chair along with the headset 2 years ago. Source, I got it myself. You got debunked. You got fucking debunked. Bruh. Yeah, you did. You just got debunked, bitch. Get fucked. I think he's doing this to gain some kind of legitimacy though. He's like, "Oh, I call balls and strikes." Street saying XC got debunked by Jizz. You and XQ used to be so cool. Cool. What happened? I think I'm not gonna get into it. This stuff is irrelevant. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it, sweetie.